Well then guys, what I thought I would do, as I have the leaked script for The Predator, is run down essentially what the deleted scenes would have been for the third act. Now, a lot of people will obviously question whether this is legitimate or not, but pair what I'm about to say with the leaked images that came out last year showing the friendly predators, or the predators that were working with the team that we see in the movie. Now, this is all kind of spoilers, I guess, because some of it will tie in with what's happened in the film and some of it won't. But if you are curious as to what was deleted and what was completely rewritten, then stay tuned, as that is what I'm going to be discussing. So, like I said, some of you guys might remember last year we saw these leaked images, or at least early this year, of predators wearing camo pants on an APC with guns, working with our team, the loonies that we see in the film. And a lot of people immediately jumped at that and said, that is complete BS, that is a bunch of people messing around on set, why are they wearing camo pants? Of course, just because they're in the APC, or they're being shot from an angle where they don't require to be in full costume. Now, pair that as well with the fact that we have received some more behind the scenes on-set pictures which show the friendly predators again in full camo, messing around, hanging around on set, just waiting between scenes. This was actually the third act prior to reshoot. What initially happened was Traeger wouldn't have died where he died in the forest via shooting himself in the head with the plasma cannon, but he would have actually been killed by a guy called General Woodhurst. Now, this was a character being played by Edward James Olmos, who has been in interviews stating, yep, I was cut from the film due to timing and things like that. The reality is, this was all cut from the film because it received incredibly bad backlash online. It's unlikely this was cut from the film for any other reason than the fact it was leaked very early on. They then realised that the backlash from that was horrendous, and they chose to completely rewrite the third act of the film, which you can see. You can tell that they've rewritten quite a lot and had to change the narrative structure and kind of botch things together. When you've watched the film, you can really feel that that's happened. So what was going on was that Woodhurst would kill Traeger. He was working for the government. Stargazer Base was working kind of independently from the government. Woodhurst got sick of Traeger because he went too rogue and trying to get the upgrade technology, the hybridization tech, for himself to sell to the highest bidder. That was one of the main narratives in place prior to the reshoots. What then happened was that Woodhurst would take McKenna, the loonies, and everyone to Area 52. This was the base of operations, and in the script it goes on to discuss with McKenna that they've been coming here for years. Problem is, their MO's changing. Dissension among the ranks. You saw it yourself. That big one tore the other one in half. This then moves forward where Woodhurst states, luckily for us, we have some consultants helping us. The consultants are revealed when a hydraulic door slides open and kind of shows, in the script anyway, it's described as a zoo enclosure, but there's no lions, no tigers, no bears. Instead, behind thick plexiglass is two predators. They turn to look at the heroes, and they are the same size as the fugitive predator. They blink curiously. This is all direct from the script. Woodhurst continues on to state, there's a cold war going on, gentlemen. Seems it's heating up. These two are defectors and they've been here almost a year. McKenna, much like everyone else would probably be saying at this point, are they okay with being cooped up in there? Woodhurst continues, yeah, we let them out at night into our own personal game preserve next door. They're peace emissaries, but hell, they're still predators. They're gonna kill shit. Now, initially in the script, the fugitive predator stole a ship called the Ark, and it had hybrids on board. And this was so that the big upgrade predator couldn't use the hybrids against us. That is what you see in the trailers where Casey is saying, what's on the ship? And Traeger states, I think you know what's on the ship. It's hybrid predators, basically. They are hybrid spider predators, hybrid dog predators, all manner of different hybrid creatures but spliced with Predator DNA. And this is what would happen in the third act, which we didn't get to see, but you can still see remnants of it in the trailers. Now, why the upgrade specifically came to the planet, he obviously wanted the Ark back, but also Woodhurst goes on to explain that there is a Cold War. He came to kill these two Predators. So that's why the upgrade Predator kind of seems a little bit lost in the third act of the film that we got, because they've completely changed the reason why he was here and also why the fugitive came as well. And initially in the script, the Predator didn't come to bring us a iron Predator suit. Inside the pods were these hybrid creatures. So what else was cut? Well, there was a whole scene on an armoured personnel carrier where the friendly Predators would be working with the loonies. They were going up against a lot of hybrid creatures. It's where a lot of the loonies would have died, and then obviously they would have to move forward and then take on the upgrade in the end of the third act. So guys, that is it. Like I said, you might think this is all BS, but you can see a lot of this. The remnants of this is left over in the trailers. This was a very, very quick decision for the studio to wipe all of this clean. They went and cut this off very, very, very close to its release. It also would have been a really, really expensive reshoot as well, because not only did they have to rewrite the third act, but they had to go back, reshoot it, and then also add in some special effects. It's interesting when Shane Black was being interviewed how he stated that it was simply because the Predators were in daylight as opposed to anything else. No mention of friendly Predators or narrative structure that simply didn't really make any sense or wouldn't have been well received. So I do find it interesting that, you know, he's still trying to save face. And perhaps more interesting is to see what comes out about this film in the coming months, because obviously when Shane Black is no longer attached to it, will he reveal more? Who knows? But it will be interesting to watch this space and see. There were also some more Predator weapons in cases and stuff like that at Area 52, but all in all it stayed much and much the same as that. But they did wipe the third act completely clean. What did you think about this? Would you have preferred to see this? I know when I did the reviews and when I did the third act reshoot videos of the news that came out, a lot of people said they would have much preferred to see the friendly Predators. They thought it was a cool idea, but I know that that has split fans down the middle, because I know a lot of people have said, why would Predators ever work with us? That is complete BS. That's against their code. That's not honourable, etc, etc, etc. So I would really be keen to hear your thoughts on this. Would you have preferred to have seen this third act with Woodhurst coming on board, showing these dissident Predators working with our loonies and ultimately facing off against these hybrid creatures? For me, I feel that this could have been good, but it's dependent on the execution. I'm not a fan of this idea on a whole. I know it's been in place in comic books before. A lot of Predators have worked with humans in the comics, so there is a precedent for it. But that being said, I just feel that where it would have been shot in daytime and things like that, it would have come across really quite bad. Just from a pure technical perspective, the Predators would have looked cheap and things like that. And also, the Predator hybrid creatures, I'm not a fan of that idea. I feel it's a little bit dumbed down. It's running with what's prevalent in Hollywood at this point in time. It's very much a Jurassic World situation where they're just hybridizing DNA and things like that. And it also goes hand in hand with, like I said, what Hollywood does is they latch on to the next big thing and they pummel it into every single story they can because they feel it's popular. This is not one of those franchises you do that with because it will backfire like it did. The leaked photos came out, people got annoyed. The leaked script came out, people got annoyed, and they had to completely change it. So the proof is in the pudding. It's not one of those things which would have resonated with a lot of people, I feel anyway. But guys, like I said, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you would like to know more from the leaked script, please do let me know down below in the comment section, because I can do some more videos on the leaked script, what has been changed and things like that. I have been holding off because I know I've been doing a bit of an overload on Predator content. But like I said, just let me know and I can get on doing that for you guys. Anyway, I've been Mr. H. If you don't already, please do follow me over at Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. And as always, I will catch you in the next video.